right, we are live. We're live all the way from Georgia.
Live is live gonna be.
Live. That's good. All right, so we are live here on the Status Network, the Holistic Cannabis Show. We just want to thank you all for watching and tuning in today. You can watch us on different aspects of the show. We are on social media for Manifest TV, Instagram, Manifest TV, .status, Facebook, we're on Status Network, LLC, Periscope, Status_Network_, Twitter, we're on Status_Network_. We're also on Amazon Fire Stick under the Roku app, and I am your hostess, Dr. Yolanda Henderson, and...
Hen Henderson.
All right, Mr. Hen Henderson.
Hen Henderson.
Let's get started today. We have a wonderful surprise. We have a special guest today with us in the building. So we're going to get ready to get him on the platform to talk about everything hemp, everything cannabis with us on the Holistic Cannabis Show. And I've got a bunch of things to talk about as far as our tribute is concerned. We're tributing to the one and only, One Love, Bob Marley today. So we want to give a great, where it all began. The music industry wouldn't have been the way it is now without the tribute to Bob Marley and recognizing him even in his death. All right, so let's go ahead and take this quick break. Oh yeah, there's Bob Marley right now. I was able to find the Bob Marley magazine through Rolling Stones magazine, giving him a tribute, and that's a special collection edition. So if you all want to go out and purchase that, that is a wonderful way to show your tribute and your love to him. Also, there's a lot of posters and things, and I'll talk about that a little later. All right, so we'll take this quick commercial break and let you know how the school is going. The school was awesome this week. First day of class was Saturday, yesterday. We had a great group of students. It's awesome that what we're doing in the community, and we still have time to enroll. So the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science is enrolling now. Watch this video.
Get on the train, get on the train.
5-week comprehensive medical cannabis courses. Today at 404-631-6360 for more information.
All right, welcome back. All right, so we're enrolling and we have lots of going on at the Atlanta Academy of Cannabis Science. But today we want to introduce a special guest. Our special guest, Mr. Life from Veterans Health Solutions.
Thank you so much. Thank you to the audience out there. Thank you for having me. We really appreciate it. Definitely.
Awesome. All right, well, we have a couple of questions we want to ask you to get started.
Sure.
And Mr. Henderson, we're happy that you're here with us.
Thank you so much again.
Can you tell us a little bit about what you do?
Well, first of all, again, my name is Life Griffith, originally from New York City, by way of Belize, Central America. 19-year Army combat veteran. I'm also the CEO and executive director for Veterans Health Solutions, which is pretty much a public nonprofit benefit corp, teaching veterans and the underserved about the reality of hemp, the value of it, the business of it, and how to get involved in it from an access point of view. I'm also the CEO of Excel Hemp Consultants, which is a company out in my homeland of Belize, also doing the same thing there. And also I'm the CEO and founder of Hemp High-End Music Partners, which is a management and special events firm that me and my son run here in Atlanta. We'll talk about that, I'm quite sure, later on in the show. And we'll talk about how I got involved in that, I'm quite sure as well. So those are some of the things that I'm doing and where I'm at right now. Yeah.
All right. Well, you didn't have to stop right there, man. Tell us about what you got going on the first scene.
All right. Well, as far as Veterans Health Solutions, I came out of Los Angeles where I did a lot of work out there with the veteran community. For those that know me out there, working in the trenches in Inglewood, in Long Beach, and different places, just pretty much doing a lot of workshops and getting the veteran community involved, especially the minority veterans. When I started watching Georgia, I decided to take what I was doing from LA to bring it out to Georgia because I saw what they was doing, or at least preparing to do under the Haley's Act, is what you all know was an act they put in place almost 5 to 6 years ago now for low THC oil. Other than that, I've been on hiatus. I had major surgery, so I'm just recovering from that surgery. And you guys are the first show for me to be on this year, so once again, I really appreciate it.
Thank you for having 2020.
Yeah, the first. But we got a lot going on. We have, with XGL Hemp Consultants in my homeland of Belize, I did a big workshop out there for the Belizean people about what hemp is doing and what we're about to do in Belize. And
do they grow hemp in Belize?
Yeah, they do grow hemp in Belize. And we are legal in Belize, but we still don't have structure yet, and that's something that I'm going to be putting together. Hopefully we'll have a lot of folks like yourself and others that really want to get involved, thinking global about this situation. And we have a lot of interest right now. A lot of people are calling me about it because they've seen me on the interviews, seen me do my thing in Belize. And so we're doing that. And then more importantly, we have the high-end music partners management situation. We have a big event coming up March 27th called Hempology, Rise of the Hempire. And how I got involved in that, I was in the music business for 10 years before I went back in the military, working with likes of artists like Erykah Badu, did all her marketing, her promotions back in the day. I was in the music business for a decade, working as an executive. A lot of people don't know that a lot about me, but I try to keep quiet about those things and just let you see action then more than speaking. As we say, we show and prove. So, you know, I have my son, my oldest son, Malik, who's my partner in that. And we're working hard and striving to work smart and get with the right team, get with the right people and the right energy. You know, it's about frequency, energy, and vibration for us. And that's what we're doing. And I thank you guys for having me on this show. Like I said, this is my first one for the year. And I look forward to, you know, working with you guys and sharing what my thoughts are regarding this industry that we've chosen to be in.
Man, that's the next question.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the industry?
You know, I have mixed signals. You know, I was a part of the Prop 215 situation in 1996 in L.A., so I've been in the game for a long time. What I tried not to do is to act like I know it all, because everything is changing. And any wise man realizes that if he's wise, he has to say he knows nothing, because data is changing every day. And although we have so-called industry experts out there, the only expert really is the ones who are still learning and still doing things like you guys. You guys have your schooling and you have people learning, and that's good. Education is the key. And so, again, what I'm thinking right now across the threshold of this industry, and again, we got to think global now. We can't think domestic, local, the commission is a meeting,
it's bigger than just border to border, West Coast to East Coast. Man.
It's global. It's a global thing. And you talk about money, but it's really about the numbers and the data and about real-time information that's critical in our means of working together for a common cause. We got a lot of people out here doing different things, but we're not doing everything that we should be doing together. You know, and we got to get to that now. We can no longer just talk. We got to put our money where our mouth is. We got to put our resources where our mouth is, and we got to put our feet to the ground. There's a lot of us out here. I'm new to Georgia, and Georgia is a different beast. The mindset, the people, the politics, and you know, this was the last of the 13th colonies of the Union. So we still got that old boys network going on. We still got the politics behind the politics going on. We still got the laws that people do not know how to interpret the right way going on. And we gotta now take real matters in our real hand now and take it to the next level. And that's what we're trying to do.
So I'm sitting at the house. Watching this interview. And I say to myself, man, I want to get involved. Where do I start?
Well, I think you want to start, first of all, is doing your own homework. the biggest thing that I tell anybody, again, I'm still learning, right? Although I've been in the game a long time.
Right.
And when I say in the game, I don't mean the game just for, oh, I'm smoking some cannabis and I'm in the game. I'm talking about in the game of business. And business, if you're in business, you got to be making some money.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? It is about not the green rush, it's about the green heart, right? It's about healing. So when we do our lectures for the veteran side, we have a motto that we say, helping educate misinformed people, which is an acronym of HEMP. I don't say marijuana and I don't say cannabis. I say hemp because it puts me in another bracket or another area that is legal as opposed to illegal. So I would tell people, do your homework. There's resources like this, like you guys are doing for education. There's books you can find. There's places you can go on YouTube, on the internet to find out the information. But don't act like because you read a book and because that you know everything, right? The book is only for that time. Things are changing every day digitally. Things are changing every day in the industry. The laws like HB 847 just got enacted March 5th, and they changed it and amended it. We'll talk about that. And so again, you know, you gotta continue educating yourself. And as I was telling my son, you know, we gotta also realize something too. When we tell people where to go, pigeons cannot fly with eagles.
Right. You're so right about that. What you
and what I mean by that is you got to really vet people now. You know, I've been burnt once or twice in this game by people who I thought had the right ethical mind. Right? And some of them look like me, some of them look like this table. Right? But I got burnt not because I wanted to get burnt. I got burnt by having an open heart, thinking they're going to do the right thing.
You got to be better judges.
Right, you got to be not just better judges of character, you got to be a better judge of who you're dealing with. Right? So this happened to me in my early stages of trying to work with others, thinking they're going to do the right thing, and come to find out they wasn't doing the right thing. So I would say those are the things you got to really look at. Educate yourself, make sure you be around the right people, the right energy, the right flow of traffic. And if you're an eagle, fly with eagles. Stay away from pigeons. You're going to get shitted on if you don't.
I got some of your brothers. I got some of your brothers on that watch our show too. I'll see you.
Which yeah, piece of shout out to the piece of my Q Sci-Fi. You already know what it is.
We got dogs running loose.
You know what I mean? A root to the good bros. You know who you are.
We got dogs running loose. You know what I'm saying?
And peace to my nation. A lot of people don't know that I'm also been a very active member since I was 15 of the Nation of Gods and Earths. That's the 5% nation. As I got it, it was the 5% nation of Islam. Now, I'm not a Muslim, so let's make sure we ain't on some Taliban, you know what I mean? But what it is it's a community of men and women and children who understands who the knowledge of self is, and we teach that knowledge of self so that you can have a better, you know, level of life. Same way in my fraternity. We have, you know, 4 cardinal principles, you know what I mean? And we teach that to the young people so they can wake up and be conscious of what world they're living in, and they can be successful, not just through monetary gain, but through people gain. It's a social reality now. And we live in an illusionistic world that, unfortunately, is artificial. You know, artificial intelligence never really works when you're dealing with Allah's intelligence or God's intelligence. Right. And so we got to get the people back to that. So that's what it is.
All right.
Yeah. So I'm involved in a lot of things.
I see.
Yeah, a lot of things. Yeah.
Where we first met, we were at the Gold Dome at the Capitol.
Yes, at the Capitol.
I was the advocate.
Right. I mean, first of all, let me give a shout out to the all real advocates out there.
Yes.
Because we have a few, and I'm gonna name them. Right. You got Stanley Atkins, the Canamedic.
All right.
You got the Hemp House in Atlanta. You know, Tiana Smith and Azim doing their thing. We have, who else? We have, and I got so many in my head right now. Right, I said Azim, right, Jessica. We got a lot of people, right, we got a lot of people that's out there advocating for the, not just the use, but for the business side of this. And it's important that we listen to them.
Yes.
You know, Stanley and Tiana and all them been around way before me, and I ain't gonna take no credit for it. Right. They've been around. They know what's going on.
Right.
Actually, Tiana, I believe, just got positioned for Senate. Right, for the Senate seat. So we want to thank her for doing that. And so if we have people that are advocates, not to say that they're going to get in and change a whole lot, but just to know that there are people there that's really about the business, about this life for real.
Yes.
It makes gives us a lot more to work with, a lot more leverage.
Yes.
And so we met at the Capitol out there, pushing the envelope, and then I've been away. I've been going out of town and going out the country doing other things, but I've been watching what's been going on and making sure that I stay afloat. And then last year we was a part of the first cannabis and hemp convention with Bridget Graham, Organic Analytics. We was one of the sponsors and also the speaker, and so we all kudos to her. Did a phenomenal job for her first one. Phenomenal. Can't take nothing away. Oh, listen, one more thing. For all you player haters out there, right, thinking that your player hating is gonna stop the movement, it's not. The movement is real. It's starting to really pick up even more now. And we want to just give shout out to those that are really about this life for real, that's making a real difference, regardless if you player haters like it or not. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, you know what I mean? For real.
Because there's so many people, we're facing that right now that are trying to stop everything
that we doing.
They'll let us die of the coronavirus.
Oh yeah. They take a sip on the coronavirus. You know what I mean? For those who drink that beer, you know what I mean?
They said the cure was Budweiser. That's what I heard. The cure to the coronavirus was Budweiser.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that too, the coronavirus. That's some BS for real. I'm telling y'all now. Don't get it twisted. You know what I mean?
Hey, let's check out that 847 you were just talking
about. Let's talk about it, man. Let's talk about it.
Tell me about the downside first.
The money. To me, the money and the fact that if you have a misdemeanor, you know what I mean, on certain things, and of course, I'm not going to go into do your research like all of us have done. The money, you got to have $25,000 to process your application with no guarantee, $100,000 surety bond, and I think it's either $50,000 now. They changed from $10,000 a year to keep it on float status. So you got to have money just to participate. You can't even, if you don't, listen, let me tell y'all out there, listen. This right here is about the ultimate game of Monopoly. You go around once, you might collect 200, but you got to pay to play the game. You got to pay. And if you ain't got no money, how are you really in the game? Right? And we're not even talking about the underground market. We're not going to talk about the illicit market. We're not going to talk about what other folks are becoming celebrities for, what others are going to jail for. So you got to know your legal status. I'm not talking about if you're a citizen. I'm talking about if you're private or public. We want to get deep with it. You know what I mean? So HB 847 is a real serious thing. And it's funny how they put in motion 5 years ago the Haley's Act. With no source to the medicine. Then the person, the father of the act, retires. Yeah, I'm hearing things subliminally on the, in the streets of what's happening behind the scenes. We ain't gonna go into it, right? And then now here we got the Farm Act that came out saying, hey, we're gonna go ahead and give folks a chance to get involved in the name of diversity and inclusion. Notice I said in the name of diversity and inclusion, whatever that means as it relates to this industry. And then you got the social equity, and there's no budget. Where's the money at for you to get involved? And then for what I understand, you got to be in a certain area that will give you some sense of participation, and no one's telling you anything. You got to guess it. It's ridiculous. It's backwards. And I don't agree with the fact how they rushed to vote in the HB 847 without considering all of the people that's going to be affected by that. So now you become the gatekeepers of what you want us to be included on, and we still not included.
They were going to do that anyway.
Right, so it's premeditated. Now, again, we live in a real world, people. You got to know your status, and you got to know what's really going on behind the scenes as it relates to the law. Right? That's how they're going to catch you. If you don't understand how to interpret the law and how it affects you, the individual, you're going to be on your way out the door before you even start. So you got to get with the right people who got the right know-how, who got the right resource, who got the right connection so that you can what? Get involved. That's what it boils down to. What's your thoughts about the HB 847 from a doctor's point of view and then also from an advocate's point of view? Well, see how I'm switching the interview? I'm interviewing you now.
Well, hey,
you know what I mean?
I accept.
Yeah.
Well, when I think about it, I agree totally. Everything you said was absolutely correct.
Yes, ma'am.
There's too much money on the table for that.
It's a lot of money, billions.
At first it was like, okay, $25, you go in and you can get as many acres.
Right.
You know,
then they pushed that up. Right,
you know, and then they pushed it up. And now it's like the minorities, I hate to say it, are going to be the ones that are going to be hit.
That's a fact.
Because the finances.
Right.
And I look at that as a downside.
Right.
It's a solution to your problems, though. If you talk about finance, now it is solutions to the problem.
Mr. Henderson, from
the financial point of view, what do you say the solution is?
From the financial point of view, you know, just like much with what you were saying about getting involved with the hemp movement. And everything, it kind of starts with the man in the mirror.
Right.
The same thing with a financial situation. From a financial view, when you get ready to approach things financially, you have to approach them from the man in the mirror standpoint. You know, you can get your personal credit life together, and then build your business around that personal part. Get with somebody that's a knowledgeable hemp tax person to help you go over tax code.
Okay, Mr. Henderson, you do that.
You're winning.
Right. That's key. He said the tax code, not the rule, the code. Yeah. Now I wonder, do they even know about the Uniform Commercial Code in terms
a lot of people don't even know about that.
They don't know about that.
That's where your birth certificate come from. A lot of people,
that's a whole nother. Don't go there. Don't go there. They not ready.
You know,
they ain't ready for that. They ain't ready. They not ready.
There's $1 billion in the elevator.
Right.
Of course it goes down.
They not ready for that type of conversation. Their mind ain't ready.
Man,
but it's deep though.
It unlocks a lot of things that people struggle with. You know? By knowing those codes.
You got to know those codes. You got to know them.
Just know that there are companies that you could go to that might be venture capitalists that you can get involved with, angel investors.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got silent partners. So from a financial standpoint, it's like you said, but the industry is so inundated with information.
Right.
It's like
you don't know which one is the right one.
Which one is the right one to cipher from.
Exactly.
So, you know, like you said, research is everything.
Everything.
Connections is everything. See, like me,
the right connections.
Right. When I got ready to get involved from the financial aspect of it, I call other states where it's legal, and I pick their brains.
Right, as you should.
Tell me about how this works.
Right.
Oh, this is federal and this is state. Well, hey man, look, tell me about the feds.
Right.
That's what I want to know about.
Right. Exactly.
So when I gather my information, of course, I watch everything financial wise.
Right.
You know, because that's my thing, man. I've been in finance about 20 years.
Oh yeah.
So,
where'd you go to school for finance?
Jackson State University, Jackson, Mississippi.
All right. Yeah, I got my master's. I got my master's from the American College of Financial Services in Philadelphia in Bryn Mawr. So I'm a numbers man too. I like those numbers.
I like them numbers, man.
Right? Especially when they add up. Right. Exactly.
It's going to add up for the numbers as well as for people saving people's lives.
Yes.
So that's what I believe in as well.
Yes.
Which one do you think will make the most money?
Respectfully, hemp. Because again, when you're looking at marijuana, you're looking at the negative stigma that still plagues the people's minds who are not truly educated. This is a medicine been around for thousands of years. It's been in the United States for numerous years as a medicine before Prohibition, as we all know. And again, you know, it was a racist thing for them to even make the Prohibition thing happen. Because they didn't want us to get involved. And you guys know the story about Harry Anslinger, his father-in-law, and the whole 9 yards and the whole DEA nonsense they got going on. But I do think that in terms of the medicinal side of cannabis, that will be helpful as people start to utilize this more as a medicine. And then from the industrial side, hemp, that's got thousands of different uses. And we can't just look at the plant. We got to look at the industrial connection to the plant and what it can do for hempcrete, what it can do for different job opportunity, what it can do for security, cyber security, blockchain technology.
Look at all these stuff. Look at all this stuff
these are things when we talk about the future. We need to be involved. You know, and one of the biggest things we need to involve, which I really love Bridget Graham for, testing.
There you go.
Testing, because without the testing, you have no industry. Without the plant, you have no industry. Without the resource, you have no industry. But without the money, you got nothing.
You got absolutely nothing but a window seat.
Right, but a window seat. But now, let's look at what's happened with the coronavirus. How it's affecting world economies. What does that mean for the cannabis or hemp industry? Stocks, It's going low. You buy low to sell high. Get on your JP Morgan mindset, right?
Yeah.
When he put out that propaganda, everything was going low. He bought it at a penny diamond and sold it for billions of dollars later. Yep. So I'm talking about the indigenous people, the original people. We've always been agriculturalists by nature, and we have to go back to nature, but we got to use a different mindset now. We can no longer do it.
Definitely gonna be there.
Right. Hemp ain't going nowhere, but you'll be going somewhere or not, depending on what part you want to play in it. And I think that right now, just like I said, the things I'm doing in Belize, and I won't go too deep into it, but that's my homeland. That's where my people from, my mother and father. That's my bloodline. So I have to go back home to make sure that they're educated. Because there's a lot of miseducation going on. And who's better to educate them than one who is from that?
That's right.
Same thing with veterans. Who is better to educate you in that space other than a veteran who's truly involved in that space? Like your wife here, right? Military, Army, doctor, finance. So y'all have the necessary components. Now what we need now, though, not to lecture or preach, what we need now is more support from our own.
That's right.
Tell me about
We don't have more support from our own. Too much, talking and not much action. Right? And
too much lip service.
Too much lip service, but not enough mobility, movement. Right? And as I tell my son all the time, power is not just in numbers, it's an organized effort. Yeah, and you got to get on your game, and you better know your business. My son right here, Malik. Of course, he's a behind-the-scenes brother, which I appreciate. He introduced me to a movie called The Founder. It's about how Ray Kroc pretty much snatched McDonald's. Never was the creator of McDonald's, but took an idea from another person's mind, and then elaborated on it and took control and began to own it. So this business is the same. You better know your IP. For those who don't understand that language, intellectual property, and that's your mindset, right? How many ideas you had a day and how many ideas became profitable? You better own that. And it's about ownership now. This is not about let me labor for you for pennies at a dime because you want me to be involved. No. How do I become a partner? How do I become an owner? How do we leverage that equitable stake? And how do we give it back to the young people out here so that they can get it just as well as we getting it?
Get to seat at the table.
Exactly.
Well, hey, man, it was
You know what I mean? Exactly. Thank you so much. Man, did the hour go by so fast? Wow.
Yes,
The hour went by fast.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Can I give a shout out? Can I give a shout out?
Go ahead.
Hey, listen, everybody out there, again, we got Hempology happening March 27th. Rehearse live, 10 to 1, come out, support it. It's going to be crazy. We got DJ Aquaria. She's doing her thing on the ones and twos. And it's really, and really what it is just bringing those advocates and those people that got right minds just to have and celebrate the plant. We just doing music. We have some CBD vendors out there. Come on out. Check me out, veteranshealthsolutions.org for all you veterans that want to get involved. Also, check us out, Excel Hemp Consultants in Belize. I'll be out there this year. We're going to be doing a lot of things out there, so be checking us out for that. Make sure y'all support Holistic Cannabis Show. Make sure y'all support the school. Make sure y'all support the Hemp House Atlanta, the Canamedic. All of us is out there that's really doing it. Make sure y'all support them because without us, there is no tomorrow. Oh, we got a caller.
We got a caller.
Wow, look at that.
What happened?
How about that?
What's going on?
Let's see. Holistic Cannabis Show. Yo!
Hey.
Hey now.
Peace.
This life?
This is life. Peace. Who's this?
This is the God Law King from Now Why.
Yo, what's up, God? How you? What up, my brother?
The sun, moon, and stars is what's up.
That's right. Exactly. Don't remember, teach the truth to the young black youth. You already know what it is. Peace, God.
Hey, how you doing, bro?
I'm right here at the Holistic Show, man.
I'm in Medina. I just got to Medina. I'm washing my clothes.
All right.
I did the knowledge to the towel. I was like, hoping I caught y'all.
Yeah, man. Thank you for the call, man. We appreciate you, my brother. Miss you too. Love you, my brother. You know what I mean?
Love you more, black man. D.
All right.
Good to hear from you.
All right. You as well. Peace.
All right.
All right. Peace, Doc.
All right.
Yeah, that's what's up.
All right. So anyway, like I said, yeah, check us out, man. We appreciate it. Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, sir.
I truly appreciate it so much.
Next break before we get out of here.
What's your strain of the day? We always ask our
Oh,
guests.
my strain.
What's the strain?
Oh, yeah, strain of the
Well,
day.
I'm an indica man. You know what I mean? I like the Louis, and I like the, you know what I mean? I like the Louis. You know what I mean? That keeps me mellow. You know what I mean? Keeps me grounded and keeps me focused.
There you go.
You know what I mean? Gotta have that Louis. You know what I mean?
There you go. Awesome.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll talk about more of his endeavors coming up
Yes,
soon
yes.
at the end of this month, and we'll go ahead and take this quick break.
Peace.
And we'll talk back with you all soon. Come
All
back
right,
and see us
peace.
on the show.
Check us out. Hempology, y'all. Hemp, Higher Music Partners, Veterans Health Solutions. We in here. Peace.
All right.
That's what's up.
All right.
That's what's up.
We're
Man,
back. That was
dude know a whole
awesome.
lot.
That was awesome, wasn't it? That was a
that was
lot.
cool. It was cool.
And so, also from a health perspective, we also, I was going through Walgreens, so I'm going to say the name, and I found this special edition for Time magazine, and they're talking about the alternative medicine market. I also found one on health and cannabis. So we're getting into the realm of everything cannabis and everything health. So please check out these magazines. This one was geared more towards natural healing and achieving balance and food cures. So there's a lot of foods that can help with things such as the coronavirus and viruses in your body, making sure you're taking your vitamin C, getting adequate sunlight. I know here in Georgia, we just had our longest stretch of sun. It's been raining every day here almost. So we just wanted to let you all know that this is coming back. I mean, alternative medicine has been around for years and years, and it's actually just now coming back and returning so doctors such as myself, natural doctors and holistic doctors that talk about holistic medicine, this is actually a big advancement for us. This is going viral. This is the Time magazine alternative medicine. So that's just letting you know that alternatives to the medications that they prescribe at the doctor's offices, and I wanted to tell you know, life, how that is actually coming to be a mainstream. There we go. And so I want you all to purchase that if you can, or tune in next week while we talk about some of the different ways that some of the natural healings can help us heal our bodies. What do you have for us, Mr. Henderson?
Oh, man, that was good. Yep. Oh, that was good.
That was good. All right. So, Bob Marley, again, we want to shout out to Bob Marley again. Times Rolling Stone magazine is paying a tribute to Bob Marley. We want to give him a special shout out because he has and been a music legend in our lives. And without his music, without him being, you know, here for us to show us the wonderful and great music he has. There wouldn't be no, you know, mellow music to get, you know, a little lean to. Right, Mr. Henderson?
Yeah.
All right, what do you got to say about Mr. Bob Marley before we get out of here?
Oh, he was good.
He was great, all right. Well, I love the music,
Nice
so
hits.
yeah, he made a lot of wonderful hits. So we just again shouting him out, his family, his fans, everybody who loved him, all of the followers and believers of his sacrifice to the cannabis movement. We want to thank him, and also shouts out again to all of the activists who are activating, who are going out and actually doing something for the cannabis movement and want to see this hemp and cannabis improve in our communities. And also to the school, to the students, again, big shouts out to you all. I am so glad to have you in my class. We're going to have some of them on our show next week, and again, we still have time to enroll for the class. We can do a makeup class for this first class that you missed, but if you still want to enroll, you can enroll. Just give us a call, 404-631-6360. We do offer online courses, so if you cannot actually physically be in the classroom, we do allow outside Zoom, so we can Zoom you in wherever you are, your phone, your tablet, however, and then we will be able to learn testing now in our classroom. So we're excited about that, the new testing material. All right, well, Mr. Henderson, anything else you have for us today?
Nope.
All right, credit repair. Nothing credit?
Oh, no.
No tip? No credit tip of the day?
No. Don't spend more than you have.
There you go. All right, well, tune in next week, same place, same time.
We out of here. There goes my song right there.
All right.
I was waiting on that.
Peace.